Hello everybody. My name is Noah Howard. Today I'll be presenting on an important but unfortunately common issue, which will be sexual harassment in the workplace. In this PowerPoint, we'll discuss what it is. We'll discuss what protections exist for employees, and we'll discuss how workplaces can actively create environments that are safe and respectful for everybody. We'll also dive into what constitutes sexual harassment, also what our rights and responsibilities are, what when it comes to it, and then what can be done to foster a more positive work culture. So to start this off, we'll start off with a question. What is sexual harassment? Why has it become such an issue? Well, sexual harassment can be verbal, it can be nonverbal, or it can be physical as well. It occurs in the workplace. The harasser can be any type of position, a supervisor, a coworker, or even a client, and it involves unwanted or sexual advances along with requests, as well as comments. Just anything that is put on somebody unwantedly. It could be some of the definition of sexual harassment. Moving on, what is sexual harassment and why is it, whoops, sorry. What forms sexual harassment? So there's two types of sexual harassment, and they fall into two categories. First, there's quid pro quo harassment. This happens when an employment decision is made, like getting a promotion or even keeping a job. And it's based on someone accepting or rejecting sexual advances. And then the second category is a hostile work environment, which involves repeated unwanted behavior that makes the workplace feel intimidating or offensive. Like, for instance, ongoing comments, inappropriate jokes, unwanted physical touch, or contact, or sharing just like offensive materials as well, are all examples of it. So moving on, do employees have legal protection? Yes. So luckily there are legal protections in the workplace. The Title VII of the Civil Rights Act in 1964 makes sexual harassment in the workplace illegal, as it prohibits discrimination based on color, religion, sex, and national origin. And then going on the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, or in shorter words, EEOC, enforces these laws and investigates complaints. Over the years, amendments to the Civil Rights Act and to the workplace laws have continued to strengthen protections like these to help them out quite a bit. While laws like may vary by country, the protections in the United States are designed to provide employees with a safe workplace. Moving on. So how do we address this issue? Well, now if someone experiences sexual harassment, they have rights and they have their options. They can report the behavior to their HR department. If they feel that the company is not doing what they need to and not responding to the problem, then you can file a formal complaint with the EEOC. The law also requires that companies take complaints seriously and protect employees from retaliation if harassment is reported. For employers, this means creating effective reporting mechanisms and handling complaints fairly and swiftly. And also, whistleblower protections are also in place to help employees from being punished for speaking up. This is crucial in creating a culture where people feel safe to report an issue like this. Moving on. So, how do we create a safer workplace? So, how do we prevent harassment in the first place? Well, first, they should have a strong anti-harassment policy that makes it clear what behavior is unacceptable in the workplace. Regular training programs could be essential because they educate employees about what harassment looks like and also how to handle a situation if one were to happen. Also, companies that create a more supportive environment where employees know that their complaints will be handled with care and confidently in confidence and respect. By making a structure like this, companies signal that they take harassment seriously and want to create a more positive environment, which ultimately creates a better workplace. So strategies to prevent this issue. Preventing harassment often involves a culture shift. So employers need to discourage objectification and inappropriate behavior in the workplace, which could range from um, saying something about inappropriate jokes to addressing incidents quickly, all the above. When leadership shows commitment by holding employees accountable, it sends a strong message. Additionally, having support systems like employee assistance programs or mentorship can provide outlets for employers affected by like harassment. So the goal here is for every employee to feel supported and respected in their environment of work. Oops. And so in summary, sexual harassment is both a legally and ethically ethical issue that affects workplaces everywhere. It can take the form of quid pro quo, or create a hostile work environment. Fortunately, we have legal protections and reporting mechanisms to use, and also preventive measures in the workplace to create a safer environment. But ultimately, preventing harassment requires a commitment from everybody, which includes leadership, um, HR, and all employees in the place to foster a culture of respect and trust. So in the end, it's important to remember that we all play a role in building a more safe and positive work environment and spaces while we're working. And here are my references, and that'll be it. Thank you.